farms right in our own backyard to bring the fresh produce you love to our stores. From homegrown watermelon that makes your mouth water to crisp corn picked right around the corner. Come pick out some yourself, because shopping for local produce should be as easy as shopping at your local Kroger. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Update your home with Cedar Creek Vinyl Siding at Menards. Cedar Creek Siding is a beautiful and low-maintenance vinyl siding that features a rustic wood grain texture. It's available in double 4-inch or double 4-inch Dutch lap and in 16 color options. All Cedar Creek Vinyl Siding is 11% off. Good through September 5th. Savings are a mail-in rebate. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Save big money at Menards.
That's his team. They don't get back. Hayward's looking. Now look at his steal. Here's the steal. 3-on-1. Alley-oop. Oh, my goodness. Marcus Maiden. And you certainly are in love with him here in Louisville. Marcus in the open floor. Hops incredible. Here comes Maiden off the steal. Oh, my goodness.
Get up, get up, get up, get up. Let's get ready for Marcus Maiden. You're about midway to the midday with Marcus Maiden. And you can call in, I lay back and just listen to Marcus Maiden.
All right, hope you guys don't hate this.
Maiden.
Break it down like this.
Woo!
Broadcasting live from the OPC Pest Services studio. Time for Middays with Marcus Maben on 93.9 The Ville. Now, here's Marcus Maben and Steve Rummage.
We're going to line up against someone that's going to be a problem. We're going to fight. Toughness. What is it? You're going to fill us. All right, you're going to fill us for 4 quarters. So we're going to be a tough physical team. We do it every day. We do it every day. There you go, Steve. That toughness is earned. That toughness is earned. It's earned for you guys. We're going to line up against someone that's going to be a problem. We're going to fight. We're going to give in. Because if you fight, you'll have a chance. If you don't, we won't. And that's what we got to do. We got to show up and fight every day. Because that's what brings toughness.
What a hurdle by Jackson! Highlight reel touchdown!
Don't forget, this is, I think, being highly undervalued or highly under-talked about, and that is having Trey Clark and Monty Montgomery back.
Yeah.
Louisville missed those guys big time last year. I mean, they were huge gaps to fill.
Malik is so fast, guys. I mean, how do they go from Lamar to Malik? I mean, to get 2 of those in the same, I mean, that guy is fast.
There goes Smith in motion again. Cunningham pressured, runs straight ahead to the 5. Cunningham runs untouched into the end zone. There's the Cunningham of old.
I wanted like 2 or 3 more clips, but we got there.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. It's Middays with Marcus Maben. Threw me a little off. Can't lie. But game week is meant to do that. Game week is meant for your emotions to be high and low, to your attention to be going all different directions. Let's just do it. Steve Rummage in the building, Nikki V in the booth.
It's finally game week, baby.
You got cute.
It's finally game week.
It's finally game week.
Man, there is nothing. I'm not sure what Nick's doing, but that's okay. It's
My
finally
fingers clipped. I'm so excited. It's game week, baby. My butt and fingers are going everywhere.
Okay, fair enough, man. No, it's finally game week, man. And gosh, this time of year, there's nothing like the opening of college football, man. And I know what they did Saturday, and that was great. and
That was
all,
cute.
But this week is the opening week of college.
Rocco's giving out game notes.
We got a depth chart
we
we're going to talk
finally
about.
got a depth chart.
Oh my gosh, this is the time that you're waiting on, man. I hear Paul Rogers this morning, and it just, oh my God, it was awesome.
That's really him in there too.
I know. And then I come in and I see him sitting there, and I'm like, this is the best job
That's really Paul
on
Rogers.
planet Earth, man. To just come in here, see Paul Rogers, hear him on the station on the way in, and now we get a week to get ready, man. To get ready to play.
Nikki V in the booth. Nikki, what's good, my man?
They want the boot.
Game week, fellas. Excited. Had a good weekend. It's going to be a great week. We're going to get it started. Gasbags have a winnable game tonight. We're setting the tone for this game week, and it's going to be a lot of do what? Oh, softball.
Okay.
Yeah. No. So
Are we gonna play kickball again?
we'll see. I got to talk to you about that. But no, softball, winnable game tonight. Steve, 7:30, love to have you. We're going to set the tone, and we got a massive, by the way, good news. The tripod, I'm just inserting myself as a leg. I will be with you guys Friday. I got off work, so we're going to have our 24-hour coverage starting at 8 p.m. Friday.
I'm not sure Steve is all the way committed to that, but I'll definitely be here.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know you just trying to commit him to that, but
Well, any dose of Steve will be welcome that
enough.
Friday. Starts
Fair
off with
enough.
State of Louisville at 8 p.m. We're going to go all the way to kickoff, 24 hours, baby. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm stoked. I don't know about you guys.
I'm extremely excited about the coverage part. Also, because the it's not just football momentum. It really is University of Louisville momentum. Just as a university, as a sports program, the campus is becoming vibrant. Everything's livening up. I can tell. Listen, the way people are in my inbox, my emails are blowing up.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I can feel people are starting to lock back in.
By the way,
to
gonna hear a couple new names, probably a couple new business names and stuff before long.
Absolutely. That's when you know
we're gonna be telling you about over the next couple weeks. So
everybody's locking back in.
we're ready to get in, man.
Got a whole bunch of Kenny Payne out of the weekend. I'm really excited about that. I'm sure Nikki has all the sound that I delivered to him. So like I said, we're gonna jump into that heavy. I was gotta admit something, Steve. I was a little disappointed this morning.
Was you?
I was a tad bit disappointed this morning. I know people don't hear much from Kenny Payne, right? I know you, but here's the thing, Steve. In 2022, does he have to get in front of a podium, in front of a press conference set up by Kenny Klein for his public speaking to be considered news? I thought at this point, if you have a tape recorder and you can confirm, and it doesn't matter where you at. I watched other coaches come into town and they speak at schools, at elementary schools, and make the news. And I watch news come from so many different sources. I got a smorgasbord.
He said some great
of
stuff
Kenny
this weekend.
Payne, and I was like,
whether you agree or disagree, he said some good stuff, man.
Mark's on it. Mark and Drew are going to chew this stuff up so much so we're not going to have anything to talk about. And I wanted them to. Now I'm happy they didn't. But I'm like,
well, we're going to.
We're
definitely going to get into that at some point because there was some good stuff to talk about and a couple good videos from football and
basketball last night. Oh, I got to see my kids in action a little bit.
Yeah, it's good weekend all around.
And look, my football videos it looks like they were listening. Just concentrate on some physicality. Give me some physical stuff.
Yeah.
Like give me, hey, listen, the SEC sweat and sun and all that stuff. That's cute.
Mm-hmm.
That's cute. Now I want to see I want to see what's it called? Darwinism. I want to see survival of the fittest. I want to see somebody standing over a fellow teammate, like, get off my field. I want to see them deciding that I'm the alpha dog at this position. Like, everything short of violence.
No, I need violence.
Look at Kentucky for that.
Yeah. I mean, not that kind of violence. I need violence on the field.
Right. Yeah, just general violence. Yeah. Hard-hitting football, especially after you look at a little college football around the world. Sure. Like, okay, now I want to see my guys hitting.
No, yeah. Listen, I mean, I can't wait. And the best thing you could give me on a Monday is a depth chart. I kid you not. I mean, to see that and say, okay, now this I know is my team. Who's winning some battles. Now I can pick apart. Okay, well, I think that is not going to stay the case. I think I'm happy about that. I'm surprised about that. Oh, that could be a change in philosophy. And this depth chart gave us all that.
Depth chart comes out. Does something jump off the page? By the way, I will open up my early game week phone line conversation. 8150-939 is the number. 3831-939 is the text line. It's game week. Feel free to jump them in. You're positive, you're negative, you're skeptical. There's a position room. Like feel free to jump in on this one. And here's the best time to do it, because myself and Steve, we enjoy and we respect the person who is in their car or in their place of business or at home, and they don't mind calling in and putting their name to it. We do respect people putting their name to it, because I don't listen, you don't be like Philly Carl or something and just wait till like the end of the season when Villanova wins the championship. It's like, I told y'all. Don't do I told y'all at week 6. Do it now. Be bold. Okay.
Fair enough.
Something jumps off the screen at you, Steve.
Oh, man. I mean, I'll just start right over on the left side with the offense. I mean, you go Tyon Evans. Looks like, I think we all kind of thought that was going to be the case, but it looks like he's the clear starter. The 3 behind him are listed as backups, and it's or, but Jahar Jordan being listed second, I think is interesting.
Jahar Jordan is second.
Yeah, I like that. Nothing against Jalen Mitchell and Travian Cooley, but we said it on the show last year. We've said it all summer. We like the way Jahar Jordan runs.
He runs.
You can tell, man, when he gets the ball, just how quick he gets to the line. I mean, it's like, I like the way he runs. So I'm hoping that is more of he just beat out, Mitchell and Cooley and I say that with respect to Mitchell and Cooley. But that's definitely something to look at. I'm going to go big picture here, and then we can tap back into it.
I was trying to.
The line pretty much was obviously Malik Cunningham at quarterback. They announced Brock Doman will be the backup. I think it's interesting with Caleb Johnson. So whatever's with that. But offensive lines, what you think it would be? Trevor Reed, Caleb Chandler, Brian Hudson in the middle, Adonis Boone, Renardo Brown. Wide receiver, I don't have to read everyone, or I can. I don't know. I guess, I forget. Some people may just have not seen the depth chart.
That's why we do player profiles in the first place.
Yeah. Wide receiver, Tyler Hudson starting.
Tyler Hudson transferred in, and he's starting. By the way, Mark did make a great point about, how many transfers. Like, if your last year starting running back is now third string, I have nothing but I mean, I have excitement about that.
Yeah.
Like it's okay to say, okay, yeah, that's the starting running back that was here.
Absolutely.
And if he got beat out by one guy that was here, injury prone, or not injury prone, but was battling injuries, and another transfer, hey, own it.
Yeah, absolutely. You got Hudson, Mari Huggins-Bruce, and D. Wiggins starting. Braden Smith's backing up. You have Jalen Carter, Elijah Dowling. Not a ton of depth there.
Give me your believability of the depth chart after I take at least one of these phone calls. Who I got up first?
Lamont.
Well, Lamont, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away.
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing today?
Feeling good.
All right, man. I was excited about Jordan. last year when I first saw him take that ball, man, the way he explodes when he get that ball, he just looks different than any other back that we get. And I haven't seen Tyon Evans yet, but I was excited about Jordan through the whole summer. You know what I'm saying? Hands down, that was one of my main excitements that I was happy about. Him and Dez Till.
Well, Dez Till,
major one.
That's interesting. We're gonna have some Dez Till conversation here in a bit. And Louisville Lamont. Look, I need some help again.
I got you, man.
Okay.
Let me know.
I appreciate the call.
Appreciate you, man.
God, hey, y'all. Get in touch with Louisville Lamont if you need a TV hung up.
Yeah, he can take care of you.
Because listen, he. Need anything else?
Yeah.
You finish? Is that thing gonna hold up?
Like, yeah.
Yeah. So awesome. Go ahead.
Yeah, not a ton of depth at wide receiver, but I like what you got. I like what you got there at the top, especially. And then, can Jalen Carter or Elijah Dowling kind of become a piece there? That'd be interesting. Braden Smith's backing up. You like what you got with him. I say he's a backup, but to me, I basically call Hudson, Huggins, Bruce, Braden Smith, and D. Wiggins your guys.
Yeah, Braden Smith, we've seen do it. Braden Smith, the only conversation is how healthy is he?
Yeah,
I know that coach trusts his hands as much as anybody.
Oh, sure.
Now he may not trust the playmaking breakaway speed like he trusts Tyler Hudson, but I'm telling you, third down, you need to move these chains. You're going to see Braden Smith in that middle.
Yeah.
In that middle somewhere.
Starting at H-back, Marshawn Ford.
Of course.
Which I love that they've kind of just moved him strictly to hey, you can call him a tight end, but we're going to use him more out of the backfield, out of everywhere.
Yeah, and his skill set to be able to turn over his shoulders and catch the ball. Yes.
He's anything.
He's the perfect guy for this system.
Starting tight end, technically, is Des Melton. Like what he did last year, man. He had some limited minutes, but he had some big catches, did good size, 6'3".
And working right, like I said, expectations right beside Marshawn Ford. You got expectations.
You want to take Philly Carl before we go
Philly
defense?
Carl, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away.
Shots fired. Man, I can't believe that. Now, let me tell you something. Anybody that know me, I'm Philly all day, every day. Villanova, Sixers, Flyers, Eagles. It's crazy that you would even say. You remember in 2018, Brummers told me the Eagles wouldn't win the Super Bowl, and then I got on. He said, "Well, guess what? I know Villanova ain't gonna win the championship." And then they done it. So I don't wait to the end of the year. I can't believe you shot shots at me this morning. I can't. Why, maybe?
Oh,
why?
okay. Here's the thing. Because right at the beginning, when they get busted a couple times and they get knocked out of that top 10, you go 0 dark 30, Philly, and we don't hear from you until
I won't do that ever again. If I ever did do that, I won't do it ever again. But I want to say this to y'all listeners, because here's the thing, man. I know a lot of your callers personally. And I'm shooting this shot to one call. You got a caller that has changed his name, that is a for real Kentucky fan. So he's going to call me as I get off here, because I wasn't going to call him out on air.
Ooh.
But you got a caller that has literally changed his name, but he is a Kentucky fan all day. So I'm going to wait for him to call me, because I recognize the voice when they call. So, but yeah, I'm not going to fall off no more. And if we get beat, we get beat. I'm going to make sure Brummers all season, I'm going to call you. So.
Appreciate the call.
Have a good one, y'all.
For sure. We got some
some,
enemy behind it.
Do we got somebody that cracked the code?
We got some what do you call it? Just some double agents working around. And Philly Carl. Philly Carl sounds like me when I don't call somebody back. Like,
by the way, it was ultimate deflection by Philly Carl. He's like, I don't do it, but y'all got a Kentucky fan.
Yeah, listen, that's what I was gonna say. He sounded like me when somebody says, "Oh, I was just busy. I'll just tell you,
Jason
Marcus, you're not too busy to call somebody back in a week." You know what I'm saying? Like, there's not enough excuses in the world for Philly Carl not to make himself seen when Villanova gets busted 3 times in a row. Who do we got? Sorry.
By the way, I just want to throw it out there, just a little just a little tease. we are the home of the University of Louisville, and I just did what Nick couldn't. We'll have a women's basketball guest coming.
Finally.
Yeah. And listen, it's a big one.
Thank you, Steve.
You're welcome.
Part-time producer, Steve.
You're welcome. I don't get paid to be a host.
Who we got on the phone line again?
Jason,
thanks for joining us on 93.9. What's on your mind?
Morning, Marcus. Morning, Steve. How y'all doing today?
Good.
All right, Marcus. I know you said at the top of the show, call in, put your name on it, and I'm going to call in and put my name on this. I think Louisville is a non-win team this year.
You got to elaborate.
Hear me out.
Okay.
I looked at our schedule. The only three teams I see us truly struggling with is North Carolina State or NC State.
Yeah.
Clemson, which I will say that Clemson is that. Like I would say that Clemson is beatable, arguably beatable. I mean, DJ Uyunglele is not very good, or at least he wasn't last year. So, I mean, if they got him rolling, I'm just saying, I think Clemson is not as unbeatable as we think.
Right. I'll say this, though, Jason. The only thing with Clemson, I don't disagree with you, but the only thing is with Clemson, you just never know what they have waiting in the wings. So it's like I almost got to see them.
That's what I'm saying,
yeah.
Like Clemson is, they're one of those teams that, they constantly reload. And I understand that is going to be one where it's like,
Sure.
that's hard to tell right now. But I mean, outside of NC State and Clemson, the only other one I could see is maybe Pitt. And that's because they brought in Keaton Slovis from USC. I mean, he is a proven, solid starting quarterback. And, they're obviously going to replace Kenny Pickett. But I mean, I'm just saying, guys, it's not crazy to think that we're a non-win team. And I'll put my name on that right now.
Yeah. Jason, no, I feel it, man. And I don't totally disagree with him at all.
Good call.
Yeah,
I appreciate the call. I mean, again, I said yesterday, last week, this is either going to be a big year or a hugely disappointing year. I don't think there's a lot of middle earth.
I'm not necessarily put my name on 9 wins, but I'm like, there is a path there.
You're right.
You know what I mean? And that's what I like. I like that there's a path. That's what I always said. I said at the University of Louisville, you just make sure that I win. 8 should be pretty much the standard every year, or give or take.
You say 8 because of the level of the program.
Yeah. And then I think I need every couple years to see a path to the New Year's Six.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like that will, like, where I go into the season going, I can get to the New Year's Six. I can do that. So defensively, coming off the edge, you got Yaya Diaby, Ashton Galati. Couple interesting names. They move Mason Rager outside to the end. I like that. Ramon Perrier outside to the end. I like that. Zach Edwards. Dez starting over Jermaine Lole in the middle. I think it's interesting. I think Lole will see more clock, but Dez can play. Like, I mean, he's not.
Jermaine Lole is 306. Dez is 296.
Yeah. Yeah, like he can play. No, not Nick. Not today. We don't have a guest today. We don't have a mystery guest today.
You think you're the only one who can book guests?
Oh, okay.
Now he's gonna be. Now he's gonna be like, please, somebody, please, somebody, please.
Okay, man.
We're gonna be dueling banjos, man. I see you.
Okay,
and I'll raise you.
We got somebody on it right now.
Yes, we do.
Is it somebody we need to take?
Yeah, I forgot his name though. I was too busy yelling at Steve.
No, he said we got a mystery guest at 11. He tweeted it out.
Anonymous caller. Thanks for joining us on 93.9. What's on your mind?
What's up, Mark? What's up, Nathan? What's up, Ramesh? How y'all doing? Long time listener, first time caller.
Oh,
Greg.
Appreciate it, man.
Greg.
Yeah, since we were just talking about Clemson, I think it keeps getting lost, man. They just lost their 2 coordinators to head coaching positions. They've been there for over 11 years, man, and
that's a really good point. That is listen, Greg,
first time caller, long time listener.
We'll let him.
That's
a
great first call.
But that is tremendous because even more so than the player personnel to say, hey, man, this is the first one without Venables. You're not going to have Tony Elliott. Like that's something that really has gotten lost with Clemson.
Yes, sir. And I think that it's because Dabo will not adjust with the times. I think that they head out the same year for a reason because he is scared of NIL. Whereas Louisville, we got this big city, we got the money coming in, and we're about to take over, man. I'm telling you, go Cards.
Hey, appreciate the call, Greg.
Appreciate the call. Yeah. Like I said, when you're winning, when you're in control of the programs, when you're Nike, what is it called? Invincible, you can't get investigated. It's like, yes, of course you don't want any NIL. What's it called? Upsetting the apple cart or something. Mm-hmm. Do you know where that phrase came from?
No idea.
I feel like I heard you on a We Want to Know Wednesday or something covered upset the apple cart. But anyway, yeah, like of course if you're Dabo Sweeney or Nick Saban, you don't want to start going NIL. Hey, I don't want any game changers coming around. Like, no, I want everything conservative and traditional, everything in place, just like I like it.
Yeah,
I found a way to get to the top of this machine. I want to keep this machine exactly how it's. But great point, Greg. The machine has, some nuts and bolts here and there.
Yeah,
let's get a little. Okay.
Backing up off the line. You have your linebackers, and it's pretty much the cast we thought it would be. Yasir Abdullah, Monty Montgomery, Momo Sonogo. Not a bad crop right there. Behind them, Cam Wilson. Interesting. Papa Williams listed as a linebacker. So I guess they're going to pull him out of the dirt. And, well, of course, now I will say he's listed in the spot outside behind Yasir where they do.
Yeah, you
come
can
off the edge.
You can never tell if they're like they multiple fronts.
Yes.
We'll just say they're definitely multiple fronts.
Interesting battle here I was watching. Ben Perry beat out Marvin Dallas. It says or. I will say that for the card position, It says or. But Ben Perry listed number one as a starter right there.
I don't believe Keitrell Clark or Quincy Riley. It's just wait. I don't know. I don't believe this. I don't believe my cornerback.
Okay, but here's what I'll say. Both of them are listed as or. I think you just have four corners. I think you got Chandler Jones, Jarvis Brownlee, Keitrell Clark, and Quincy Riley. Those four are going to see the majority of minutes.
Why are they down? Why are they down at Florida State bashing on Greedy Vance? You think he's thinking it up?
Well, I don't know that he starts this year for us.
Fair enough.
How about our guy Josh Minkins, listed number one, strong safety?
What? Congratulations, young fella.
Over MJ Griffin. That's pretty big, man. Good for him. Kendrick Duncan and Nicario Harper. Free safety. I like that.
I like having juniors and seniors right there.
Yeah.
I like having juniors and seniors at the safety spot. Keitrell Clark, Quincy Riley, junior. Chandler Jones, senior. Jarvis Brownlee is a sophomore, but he's a stud sophomore. So I like the cornerback room.
Mm-hmm. James Turner. One's kicking. Man, Brock Travelstead and James Turner basically going to be your kickers. They got to be. It's got to be better. That's got to be better. Mark Vassett, punter. I like that.
Vassett, yeah, 28 now.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but kicking games got to be good. Kick returner and punt returner. Kick returner, they have Jahar Jordan and Jalen Mitchell, and then punt returners. Listen to these two. Jahar Jordan starting, Amari Huggins Bruce behind him. That to me is a little bit of a change. We talked about it last week. I think it was last week.
Coach Satterfield, what would we want to change about the style? We gave him a pass on secure the ball. Don't worry about punt return, big plays. We didn't know if that was a particular thing, but we felt like if there was any doubt, it was almost like they predetermined, if I don't have, if it's more than this many seconds of hang time, call fair catch automatically. It just secure the ball. But again, I understand a coach who just wants the football and is good
Yes.
on offense. Like, just don't mess it up for me.
Yeah. And
I'd
get it.
have to look at some of his Appalachian State days and see if they muffed some punts that cost him.
Yeah,
that left a scar on him or something.
That's what I say. Like, I'm okay with that if that's what you want to do. But I do like that it looks like he's going for
A playmaker.
for playmakers back there now. And I mean, Jalen Mitchell, I think is a little. You know, we talked a little before the show. Probably going to be used a little more as a blocker back there.
I would feel like he was more ball security.
Yeah, I think Jahar Jordan will take most of those kicks, but he ran a kick back against Louisville in Cardinal Stadium when he played for Syracuse.
Opening kickoff. Or
Yeah,
something.
so like, I mean,
No, an opening kickoff.
no, but he ended up with an insane amount of total yardage.
Didn't he get pulled back or something? Didn't he?
No, he took one to the
Okay.
house and then he took a screen pass to the house. I mean, 80-some yards. Like, yeah, he can move.
I remember him putting up numbers on
Yeah,
us too.
like he kept them in the game. It felt like we were going to keep pulling away, and then it was like, God, there they go. You know, and it ended up being him. So now he's back fully healthy.
He's really explosive.
He's going to be a problem this year, man. That's a nice piece. It's a really nice piece. So overall, there are a couple things that make you go, oh, but not insanely surprising depth chart. And what am I excited for, man?
One, like I said, sounds thin at the wide receiver position.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, unless you got a playmaker there that we don't know about yet. But at the top, you're very good. You're very good. Your top four, very good.
If you got a big time running game,
yeah,
maybe you don't have to burn them out.
Well, and you see, you know, why it was kind of like,
who's our best blocking wide receiver?
Well, I don't think we know. Yeah, I don't think we know that because there's just not.
And a lot of times, good blocking is just knowing the plays, just really knowing the playbook.
Yeah, we haven't really watched these guys here a lot. I mean, Braden Smith didn't play a ton his first year. The second year, he was playing well, but then he was out.
Got hurt.
What was it? Game 3?
3 or 4.
Yeah, game 3 or 4.
That sucked.
And then the other guys, we haven't. I mean, Hudson and Wiggins, we haven't watched them here yet. So I just don't know that you know that. But you know, it shows where it's like, man, just one Tyler Harrell staying. You're like, okay, this is one of the best receiving rooms we've had in a long time, you know. But I don't like it, man. I really like it.
They're pretty big too. 195, 202, and 199.
6'2", 6'3".
Yeah, those are some good size wide receivers.
Huggins Bruce is more your typical slot guy. But like I said, you lose Harrell. Mortimer ended up not being eligible to come in as a freshman. So you're gonna you really would like to see Carter or Dowling.
Yep.
Both local guys.
Yep.
Both came from the walk-on program. You'd like to see one of them step up, and
Especially if they're blocking.
Yeah, if so, you're in a run-heavy offense. I'd rather have the running back room look the way it does,
right,
and the receiver rooms be top-heavy than the other way around.
Yeah. I tell you what, we're rolling along, and we're gonna still sit tight. Middays with Marcus Maben on 939 The Ville.
UPS is hiring day sort warehouse workers in our Louisville, Kentucky hub. Our warehouses are team settings where everyone truly has each other's backs, and we work together to deliver what matters to customers and communities. We're paying $20 an hour and offer great benefits, including up to $25,000 in tuition assistance. Eligibility begins the day you're hired. Shift your future, shift your team, shift your life. Visit upsjobs.com to apply. That's upsjobs.com. Make the shift, make a difference.
Louisville football is back on the gridiron. 3-game mini plans are.
I think you sent me 4 or 3, but I dubbed a couple other ones.
22 home schedule and save on single game.
Yeah. Sorry. No, the printer's messed up, so I'll just can I send it to DM you? Okay.
Champion Pitt Panthers and Senior Day versus NC State. Purchase your mini plan today by visiting gocards.com/FB tickets.
At U of L Health Heart Hospital, we're an exciting chapter in the Jewish hospital story. Built on a history of over 40 medical firsts, we're the area's only heart hospital with a focus on comprehensive heart care, where academic research pioneers innovative treatments, and a network of experts offers life-changing care. Here, your heart is in the right place. Visit uoflhealth.org/heart.
If you're thinking about making a career change, then listen to this. ESPN Louisville has an opening on our sales team for someone who has a passion for selling. With the freedom to move around Louisville and the ultimate control over your income, this is the perfect opportunity for a self-starter. Best candidates possess the energy and creativity to help area businesses grow and prosper through a platform of radio and digital assets. Media sales or sports industry sales experience is preferred. If you're interested in learning more, go to espnlouisville.com and click the Employment tab.
Hey, Card Nation, let's be honest. The real estate market in Kentucky is booming. And whether you want to buy or sell a home, now is the perfect time to do it. With interest rates at an all-time low and programs that can get you in a home for no money down. Want to learn more? It's simple. Just call Derek A. Stewart with Dream JP Pirtle. Derek is available virtually around the clock to listen, understand, and help you with all your realtor needs. So don't waste another second. Call Derek A. Stewart at 502-314-9868 today.
For the 50 days leading up to our first broadcast of Louisville Cardinals football, we're looking back at 50 great moments in Cards football history. Brought to you by Kroger, fresh for everyone.
In 2010, during his first season as head coach, Charlie Strong and Louisville were narrowly defeated by rival Kentucky 23-16. The following year, the team found themselves in a similar situation late in the fourth quarter. The Cards had a 24-17 lead and needed just one more defensive stop to get the job done.
Ready to go on fourth down. Newton from a shotgun. Two receivers to the wide left side. That's the near side. Here's the snap to Newton. He stands, he looks, he throws over the far side, incomplete, overthrown.
After the turnover on downs, Louisville would run out the clock and took the Governor's Cup home back to the Ville, avenging the loss from the previous season.
This great moment in Cards football history is brought to you by the Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife. Serving people, conserving fish and wildlife.
Now that sports have officially kicked off, there's only 4 things missing from your playbook. 4 pegs. Looking for great smoked wings? 4 pegs. Looking for juicy barbecue and award-winning chili? 4 pegs. If you're just looking for some cold crab, tap, can, or bottled beer? 4 pegs. And the best part about 4 pegs is it's right around the corner at 1053 Goss Avenue in Germantown. So you better get over there fast because the word is spreading. And while you're over there, be sure to ask about their food truck and other catering services.
When it's time to throw your L's up.
Louisville's got it. Coming to the 50. Coming to the 40.
You know exactly where to find us.
Down the sideline to the 30, to the 30, to the 20, to the 20. One man with a shot. 5. Touchdown.
Join us Saturday. It's the season opener as the Cards travel to Syracuse. Our coverage begins at 6:30. This is your home for Louisville Cardinals football.
Right here on 93.9 The Ville.
Hey, it's Andy Sweeney. You know I love a summer cocktail, and all summer cocktails have one common ingredient. They all started with a trip to Cox's Spirit Shop and Evergreen Liquors. If you've got a recipe for fun, we're the place to help you get it done. All your favorite spirits and all the flavors you need to make it right. Plus, the largest selection of beers, hard seltzers, wines, and much more. For everything you need, including refills, you know where to go. It's Cox's and Evergreen Liquors, Louisville's go-to liquor store.
In a wreck with a rideshare driver? I'm attorney Daryl Isaacs. Our team at Isaacs & Isaacs is ready to take on your rideshare case. Injured in a ride? Get the hammer on your side. Just click to get help quick at WeWin.com. That's WeWin.com.
Hey, Cards fans. Do you or a loved one suffer from gout? Gout is a very painful form of arthritis that can also lead to kidney and heart disease. I bet you didn't know there's now a Gout Center of Excellence right here in Louisville. They use the most up-to-date clinical guidelines and FDA-approved treatments to get you relief fast. If you have gout, be sure to call the Gout Center of Excellence at 502-719-2472 or visit them online at ralouisville.com. And be sure to tell them Marcus sent you.
The Louisville Cardinals are calling on all nonprofit organizations and charities looking to fundraise this fall. You can earn up to $1,500 per event, enjoy free parking and meals, and get tip and bonus opportunities for your group, all while being part of the game day experience at Cardinal Stadium. Learn more by visiting gocards.com/fundraising. That's gocards.com/fundraising. L's up and go Cards.
Looking for work, better pay, better work environment? We can help. Call Kelly Jobs today at 502-425-7131 to speak with a recruiter today. Score a better job with us. Call 502-425-7131 or visit kellyjobs.com. That's kellyjobs.com.
Follow the leader, ESPN Louisville, your home for the college football playoff, NFL, the Final Four, and best sports talk. We are ESPN Louisville. Download the ESPN Louisville app today, delivered by UPS Jobs Kentucky.
Labor Day weekend. Picnics and parades. Families and festivals. Gatherings and get-togethers. Sounds like a great weekend, huh? So why ruin it by getting behind the wheel, buzzed or blitzed, tanked or tipsy, hammered or high? If you're getting even a little impaired, plan a ride home. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid with funds through the Kentucky Office of Highway Safety.
The Labor Day event from Dell Technologies is here. End the summer strong by starting up a new season of productivity. Your business upgrade begins with up to 48% off top-rated laptops, like Vostro, taking performance to the next level with 12th Gen Intel Core processors. It's time to push your growing business even further. What's next for you? Upgrade today by calling 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
Z-Trip. Z-Trip is the new face of taxi in Louisville. With Z-Trip, you can book a ride fast using our app, online at ztrip.com, or just call 24/7. Z-Trip never has surge pricing, and you can even pay cash or credit.
I use the Z-Trip app because it allows me to book in advance, and I know that all of their drivers have had a background check. Safety is important to me.
Download the free Z-Trip app and use promo code LOVEZTRIP for $10 off your first ride. Z-Trip.
This is Brian Brown, and you listen to the new home for all of U of L athletics, 93.9 The Ville.
David Banner.
$81.50, 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. So, Steve, I can't help myself.
By the way, shout out. Somebody said, don't sleep on Jalen Carter. I was at his position coach at Manual. Kid can play.
I'm with that.
Yeah.
I'm with that. All right. So here's the thing, Steve.
Let's do it.
You can't have basketball stuff come out as juicy as the stuff that came out this weekend.
It's good, too.
And listen, football heads, just have a little fun. Listen, we got all week. We have the week, and we don't have to overdo it on football.
And
overload.
Nikki V has a really special football guest coming up in the second hour.
And
Apparently,
we have an 11 o'clock special booking by Nikki V. So, Nikki, is there a text that I have or a DM? You're saying
DM.
Okay, so Steve,
it only goes down in the DMs for Nick.
I am checking. Now, here's the thing, Steve. What did you enjoy most? Or actually, what did you enjoy the least?
With Kenny Payne?
Yes, with all
this
the
weekend.
The clips that came. By the way, Tyler Griever, WHAS 11.
Oh, man, he did the Lord's work, didn't he?
Did the Lord's work. So let me give that shout out. Tyler Griever. Steve, you can tell me what you like the most or what you dislike. I have a short little list of clips.
I mean, yeah, no, listen, I could
pretty
break
much everything that was shared
down, yeah, but pretty much everything. I mean, it was the first time in a while we've heard him kind of get in the weeds, even personnel.
He talked about personnel.
Mm-hmm.
He talked about NIL.
He talked about one that I'm patting myself on the back a little bit.
Give me number 2, Nikki.
You're right.
Never mind.
Silence is better.
When I think about this team, you're right. We have length.
I don't want to say height. I want to say length. We have length, but what I'm trying to figure out is, do we have motor? Because to be energetic,
Can't you tell he's
to be active, to be disruptive, and that's why my first order of business has been conditioning. And so if I can get them to fight through pain, to fight through adversity, to do things that they never thought they could ever do. And I'll give you an example. Every day I do a drill, a conditioning drill that I did for 10 years at Kentucky. And it's 1 minute and 30 on the clock. And you got to touch baseline to baseline 15 times. If you take 2 or 3 jogging steps, you'll never make it. So there are guys that are saying, when I first started, this is impossible. And I lose my mind when they use that word impossible. And then you saw, just to give you an example, from the time I've been here working with the guys, the last 2 days, Sid Curry did it 2 days in a row. So we've been here 3-4 months, and he's just now getting it. To even go further than that, there are times when Roosevelt Wheeler, who I'm saying, kid, you got all the attributes to be great. You're long, you're active, you run like a deer, you're explosive when you want to be. What's blocking you is your mental. So don't ever say you can't. Don't ever say impossible. I don't want to hear that, because if I hear that, I'm gonna become a demon. So in order to do what you're really saying, I have to make sure that they're in shape and that they can handle it. And they're headed in the right direction.
Talk about it, Steve.
Well, I mean, Rose, to start out with, I mean, it's like he was one.
This is why we acted up.
Yeah.
This is why we acted up about him staying.
Yeah.
This is why we said him staying was such a big recruiting job to keep him here.
Mm-hmm.
Tall, fast, active, long, run like a deer, explosive when he wants to be.
Yeah, absolutely. And if on the other end, if Sidney Curry is finishing that drill, he'll start the season in pretty good shape.
3 steps if you jog.
That's a major positive.
3 steps if you jog, you're not going to hit the time.
I think Sidney Curry is already in that type of shape in September. August, you know. It's pretty incredible.
I want to know if he gained weight this season. If he gained weight.
He's listed as 270. So what if he put on some weight and is moving better?
I couldn't imagine him being under Kenny Payne putting on weight.
Leo.
I mean, depends. Kind of weight you putting on.
Yeah, right. I'll tell you what. Leo, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away.
Happy Monday, guys, but that's an oxymoron kind of a little bit.
I love Mondays. That's our holiday.
Oh, God, I hate Mondays and Tuesdays are horrible, but that's a whole other discussion. I'm going to nerd out a little bit, and people are complaining. You know, I'm a football guy, you know, but I'm a Louisville sports guy, period. But, man, there's plenty of time to talk Louisville football. We haven't heard much from Louisville basketball, so this is just, you know, like something just showing up at your door that you didn't order, and you're like, my God. You know? But anyway, point being, 2 things that I took from this. I see a lot of, I'm hearing a lot of Rick in what Kenny just said, because Rick always talked about that breakthrough, that when you're tired, and I remember him talking about, you know, when he first got to Louisville and the players saying, you know, I can't take this. I can't. He was like, well, imagine how your opponent's going to feel. And what Coach Payne just said about, you know, that breaking through, that mental
Your motor, yeah.
You guys know, even in life, heck, mowing the yard, when you're my mom used to say this, she was a psychologist. Mental exhaustion is worse than physical exhaustion. And this is where I'm going to nerd out. Sorry, but if anybody's seen Rocky IV, and when, you know, the song in it by Survivor, there's a line that I just love. I'm such a nerd for it. But in the warrior's code, there's no surrender. When his body cries stop, his spirit cries never. And that's what I get from that. I'm so geeked out. I want to go play. I want to run through a wall with this man. It's like, that was so awesome. But no, anyway, and one thing that stood out to me from all the videos, maybe I'm reading too much into it. You guys can, call me out on it or then maybe at the point, but because you know how I am, I get crazy. I don't know if this was by design or, they put the video together and they put it out, and I'm sure, whoever coaches say, yeah, put that out, don't put that out. But I saw a lot of Fabio in those cuts. And I wonder if that was on purpose, because he looked good. And yes, it's just video. People look good in video, but they don't show the bad stuff. But man, I saw a lot of Fabio in that. I saw him blocking. I saw him going around his man. And I wonder if that was by design. It's like, okay, y'all, keep mouthing off about this quote unquote nobody. We got a diamond here. But anyway, I'm excited about it. I'm glad it's there. There's plenty of time for football. I'm geeked out about that too. But anyway. Happy Monday, guys, and I'll talk to you soon.
Leo, I appreciate that call.
Appreciate it, man.
For sure. And well, I do think that was kind of just guard-centric workout. So that's why you saw some good Fabio.
Well, it looked like it was guard one-on-ones. I mean, Jalen was in there, but I mean, he's going to, I think, get some run on the wing.
Yeah, he's going to play. Yeah, he's going to be on the wing. But, Rose, for Kenny Payne to actually single him out as far as, okay, he's got it. He's a sky's the limit kind of guy.
Yeah.
Like I said, and we don't have to break down which ones are the sky's the limit guys, but definitely seeing Rose, hearing Rose, and saying, hey, does he have a motor? Because again, if he has that motor, which Kenny Payne's going to talk about this in another clip, he's asked a question. I'm not going to get into the details of the question, but the question is an experience with a recruit and style of play. And he basically said, if you're tall,
that might have been my favorite clip.
If you're tall and you're athletic, and I don't care if I have three guys that are 6'9", can move well, can pass, and are active,
that's the best.
I'm playing all three.
Yeah.
Son, have you been watching basketball? Who's
you need to play that one? Yeah,
I'll get to that. I'll get to that. Here's the thing. I don't want to back our guest up, but should I just go ahead and get it out the way now?
Yeah. I mean, it don't matter. You got 7 minutes here.
Kenny Payne, NIL.
Perfect.
One, you said you wanted me to be a pro, but did you tell the other kid you signed from Tennessee that you wanted him to be a pro? I did. He said, well, how is that going to work?
It sounded a little
I said, are you watching basketball? I said,
start that clip from the beginning.
One, you said you wanted me to be a pro, but did you tell the other kid you signed from Tennessee that you wanted him to be a pro? I did. He said, well, how is that going to work? I said, are you watching basketball? I said, that question is not coming from you. It's coming from somewhere else. Because if you was watching basketball, you would not ask that question. If I got three guys that are 6'9" that can shoot it, that are mobile, that can rebound, that can pass, what am I nuts? I'm gonna play all of them together. Guess what? That's what the NBA is. He said, second question, how much are you gonna give me in NIL? I said, I am not talking to you about NIL. He said, what do you mean? I said, I will not have one conversation with you about NIL. Now I have NIL money. Yeah, I got it. But you're not gonna come to this university because of that. I have something that's more special than the NIL. I got young men that are coaches that can give you life lessons to help you get real money, hundreds of millions of dollars. So I need you to come here for the prestige of this university, for this basketball program. I need you to come here to be a pro. I need you to come here to be a part of this community that's going to love you like none other. I need you to come here for this state. I need you to come here because when basketball is over, you can do whatever you want to do. And this community will help you. So if you think I'm just going to sit here and talk to you about transactions, That's not what I do.
Y'all should be thanking the sports gods, the real gods, whatever gods you pray to. Y'all should be Is that not everything you wanted to hear? If I had 3-6-9 guys that can shoot, can rebound, and are active, what am I, crazy? I'm going to play all three at the same time.
Yeah. That's the dream.
Yes.
Yeah.
Somebody literally, like a recruit asked him, did you say you're going to get that, or you want that kid from Tennessee to be a pro? Yeah. And did you hear the snark? How he said, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he was like, well, how is that going to work? What do you mean, how's that going to work? But then think about this. Okay, did Kenny Payne sound like he was lying about that conversation?
No.
Not at all. So he checked some young superstar punk's ego right there in that conversation. That question is not coming from you.
Yeah.
Listen, when you say that to a big time recruit, hey, I know that question isn't coming from you. That's coming from, somebody who doesn't understand the situation, and saying, hey, if you can play and he can play and another guy can play, have you been watching the NBA? You're going to play with 3 other people that can play. Like you said, that's the dream.
Yeah. And as far as the NIL thing goes, I mean, I think you like to hear that, and I'll tell you why. Because once he gets a success or two, okay, year 1, that kid goes, okay, well, I'll go somewhere else. Okay, that's fine. After I send a couple of these guys to the league and you watch them sign for hundreds of millions of dollars,
watch them leapfrog you,
that's going to change. That's why I say you got to trust with that one.
I have an entire system. But here's the thing, Steve. I watched that, and of course, the defensive part of me checks it out, and I'm like, are y'all really criticizing this man for in his first year saying, hey, it can't be about NIL here? This conversation, I just broke down all the benefits of being here and told you I got as much NIL money as anybody.
Yeah.
But that's not a part of this conversation.
When you get here, you'll make money.
Yeah, you're not going to make more somewhere else than you are here. It's Louisville. Like, no, we got a bag. But you need to come here, invest in it. And I have a team here that can show you how to get the big Justin Perez and all my Nike connections. I have an endless fountain of gold here. Yeah. And you got to earn your way through the gates by saying you want to come here and play.
Yeah, we're going to make big money. Yeah, but again, like I said, for me, I eat that because I say, okay, it's going to take some data. It's going to take a success story. It's going to take a Brandon Huntley Hatfield, a you know what I'm saying, a Jalen Williams, somebody, a few in the league. And I'm okay with that. Then the talent will I mean, because at the end of the day, Kenny's a first-year coach.
And again, I especially enjoy that he is not getting the cheap lady of the night player.
Yes.
No. And
because when you do the Penny Hardaway comparisons, right, that's what happened.
That's exactly what he did. I'll tell you anything. I'll get you here. Everybody's just disgruntled.
Yeah.
Hey, how about I make you commit to this? You want to be here? Yeah. You want to be here. You want to commit to this.
Yeah.
And then we make this into a winning program.
Yeah. Look, Louisville basketball, it's different than Louisville football. It just is. I mean, and I like the foundation, and I'm willing to play the foundational game for what you hear him talking. We got plenty more clips. We got special guests after the break, and we'll get to some more of these clips because he had some great stuff.
I enjoyed that part
Yeah.
too much. Rolling along, middays with Marcus Maben on 99 The Bill.
This is Lance Taylor, and you're listening to the new home for all U of L athletics, 93.9 The Ville.
The real estate market has shifted with interest rates rising. So having the right real estate agent is paramount to a successful transaction. So call Josh Jarbo. Josh is a licensed realtor and the broker owner of RE/MAX Alliance. He wants to make your home buying and selling process as efficient as possible by offering a guaranteed sale program and instant offers on commercial listings. And if that wasn't enough, up to a $5,000 seller's credit by mentioning you heard it right here. And if you're looking for financing, Josh can cover that too. His new mortgage brokerage, Motto Mortgage A to Z, has licensed loan originators that can take care of all your financing needs. So don't wait any longer. Contact Josh Jarbo at 502-216-7590 or Josh Jarbo at remax.net.
Each office is independently owned and operated. NMLS number 2256125.
UPS is hiring day sort warehouse workers in our Louisville, Kentucky hub. Our warehouses are team settings where everyone truly has each other's backs, and we work together to deliver what matters to customers and communities. We're paying $20 an hour and offer great benefits, including up to $25,000 in tuition assistance. Eligibility begins the day you're hired. Shift your future, shift your team, shift your life. Visit upsjobs.com to apply. That's upsjobs.com. Make the shift, make a difference.
At Kroger, we believe local produce shouldn't be hard to find. That's why we work with local farms right in our own backyard to bring the fresh produce you love to our stores. From homegrown watermelon that makes your mouth water to crisp corn picked right around the corner. Come pick out some yourself, because shopping for local produce should be as easy as shopping at your local Kroger. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
What a difference a few months can make. Come have a beer, bourbon, or a glass of wine at Grateful Head Brewing. As weather warms up, walk on up and enjoy our patio and friendly staff as we welcome what will be one of the most exciting off seasons to basketball and football. We are proud partners of ESPN Louisville and can't wait to serve you. 2 area locations, Grateful Head Highlands and Grateful Head Middletown. Online, gratefulheadbrewing.com.
Miss anything from your favorite shows? Head over to the GE Appliances Podcast Center on ESPNLouisville.com.
Lou City FC and Racing Louisville merch is the best way to show pride for your teams and your city.
Lancaster firing a shot from very far out and knuckled it in!
Our 2022 jerseys are now available, so grab your kit and get ready to cheer on the team this season. Visit the team store at Lynn Family Stadium, open Monday through Saturday from 10 to 6 to check out the new apparel, accessories, and novelties arriving weekly. Or shop online at shop.loucity.com and shop.racingloufc.com.
When you're looking for flavor, there's only one place to go, Wing Zone. We have 17 delicious flavors to choose from, including our all-new hot garlic. Wing Zone has daily lunch specials for only $9. Wing Zone is also currently hiring for full-time and part-time positions in management. We offer competitive wages and flexible scheduling. Please stop by any of our locations to learn how to become a part of the team. Wingzone.com. You got it.
An official broadcast partner of the University of Louisville, WLCL Sellersburg is 93.9 The Ville.
I'm former Louisville basketball player Luke Hancock. When the NCAA tried to take away the Most Outstanding Player Award from the 2013 tournament, I got it back thanks to Morgan & Morgan. Morgan & Morgan is the personal injury firm that fights for the people, and their team treats clients like family. Morgan & Morgan changed my life, and if you've been injured in a car crash, at work, or in a slip and fall, they may be able to change yours. For a free consultation, dial #LAW on your cell phone. That's #529, Offices Louisville.
If you're thinking about making a career change, then listen to this. ESPN Louisville has an opening on our sales team for someone who has a passion for selling. With the freedom to move around Louisville and the ultimate control over your income, this is the perfect opportunity for a self-starter. Best candidates possess the energy and creativity to help area businesses grow and prosper through a platform of radio and digital assets. Media sales or sports industry sales experience is preferred. If you're interested in learning more, go to espnlouisville.com and click the Employment tab.
Now that sports have officially kicked off, there's only 4 things missing from your playbook. 4 pegs. Looking for great smoked wings? 4 pegs. Looking for juicy barbecue and award-winning chili? 4 pegs. If you're just looking for some cold crab, tap, can or bottled beer, 4 Pegs. And the best part about 4 Pegs is it's right around the corner at 1053 Goss Avenue in Germantown. So you better get over there fast because the word is spreading. And while you're over there, be sure to ask about their food truck and other catering services.
For the 50 days leading up to our first broadcast of Louisville Cardinals football, we're looking back at 50 great moments in Cards football history. Brought to you by Kroger, fresh for everyone.
In 2012, a 4-0 Louisville football team traveled to a rainy Southern Miss in a game known as Lake Hattiesburg. Impossible to throw the ball, Alex Cupper audible to Teddy Bridgewater to flip the play.
Handoff again to Perry, skips to the right, has a little space to the 10, darts to the 5, Perry, touchdown! 14-yard touchdown scamper by Sonoris Perry, and Louisville has the lead.
The Cards would improve to 5-0 and number 19 in the country following the win.
This great moment in Cards football history is brought to you by the Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife. Serving people, conserving fish and wildlife.
This is Lamar Jackson, and you're listening to the home of the Ravens in Louisville, 93.9 The Ville.
To help them, but they some ungrateful dudes. They see me on TV making moves. I've been there, done that. Got rich in 1 month, yeah, done
I got him. Just wait for the chorus, I guess.
that. I learned a lot, I've been waiting for this comeback. Now it's on me. The group split, they said I wouldn't do, but I'm way too creative, too sick, innovative. I prayed and I proved it. I'm doing things that only most can imagine.
Welcome back. Welcome back. It's Middays with Marcus Maven. 8150 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. As things are starting to heat up, the season's starting to heat up, it's a good reminder that temperature control is one of the most valuable resources one could have. If you agree with that sentiment, then DFH Company is most certainly the company for you. Simply dial 968-6222, or you can look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Make sure you look into the Mitsubishi Mini Split like the one we use here at the 93.9 studios for that hard to heat, hard to cool room in your home. Again, 968-6222, or you can look them up online at dfhcompany.com. I don't want to make this awkward. Not one bit. We have a special dignitary guest on the line right now. And I'm just going to listen. I'm just going to ask, before I even introduce our guest, I'm just going to come out and ask him this question. Years ago, good sir, when you were screaming a phrase that has now become synonymous with Louisville basketball, Eric Wood, did you know we'd be here with Kenny Payne getting ready to win those games at the University of Louisville?
I didn't envision that. When we had that now infamous moment, there was a lot of momentum around the program. You could have never envisioned there'd be a mid-season firing last year and be sitting in the position we're in. But I'm excited for Kenny Payne, and I'm excited for what he can do at the University of Louisville.
Eric Wood joining us on Middays with Marcus Maven. I'm sorry. Listen, that was such a selfish question. I got football royalty on the line. First question was basketball. Shame on me. I'll make it up to you. I'll buy you a drink when I see you out and about. So, okay. So Eric Wood, life of Eric Wood. How's it going? Like, catch me up. You're always such a busy person. Everybody's always interested in what you're up to. So kind of catch Card Nation up to the life of Eric Wood.
Yeah, life of Eric Wood's a little bit busy as always. This weekend we head out to LA. We're going to spend about a week out there with the family. And then I'll call the Bills Rams game next Thursday. So just wrapped up the preseason, which is not always the most fun. They're probably more similar to a baseball broadcast where we're not always talking about the action the entire time. We're talking about position battles and all the storylines going on with the Bills. And so they just wrapped up the preseason, a lot of hype around them, the betting favorite to win the Super Bowl. So it should be a really fun season for the Bills, getting ready for college football to start up. I'm not doing anything with ESPN or ACC Network this year, so I can more sit back and enjoy a college football season, enjoy those games called the Bills games. I got a book coming out in October, but it's on pre-sale right now on Amazon. It's called Tackle What's Next, and it kind of chronicles my transition out of football. And many of the podcast guests that I had on that influenced my journey out of football, a lot of them and the points they made to me are honored in that book.
Talking with Eric Wood here on 93.9. Well, let me ask you this: doing preseason games, how much of your energy and effort did you commit to learning the third string, fourth string linebacker that just needs a miracle play to make the team? Were you worried about getting a lot of those names, or did you remember some of them from college, or kind of how did your preparation go for that?
Well, I'll say this. There hasn't been that much turnover on this Bills roster over these last few years. They've been so good, and they've been able to retain many of their players. So it's not as hard learning a number of those depth guys. But, yeah, you're right. You know, you get a DeMar Hamlin who played at Pittsburgh, who I covered, a Balin Spector from Clemson. I covered him in his games when he was playing the ACC. So a lot of these guys I'm fairly familiar with. The further you get removed from college, the harder it is to kind of stay in tune with all of those guys coming out each and every year. But, you know, out of respect to them, we learn their names, we learn their stories, we want to promote them. It's not a Hard Knocks type deep dive where you're getting all the storylines and kind of the pull and pulling the emotional strings on you. But we have fun watching those guys compete. And, you know, this is about as tough of a time as it is to be a head coach and a GM these kind of next few days where, you know, some guys will be brought back to the practice squad, but for some guys, they might not get picked up, and this is the end of their football journey. So it's a tough time, but we have fun calling those games in the preseason, that's for sure.
Speaking of Hard Knocks, I have one more selfish kind of question to ask you. Now, in general, I want you to reflect on your career, and maybe it didn't affect you the same way, but selfishly, I have a son that's every year around this time. You're always saying, okay, is he going to make the team? Is he going to? Okay. How nerve-wracking, or did you experience it like nerve-wracking, I don't even want my phone to ring, you know, during these times of the year, during cut days, like, or did you get over that because, I mean, you're Eric Wood?
Well, I'll say this, and I don't say this facetiously, but I was always in a position with the Bills that I was worth more money if they cut me than I was on the team. That's just the way my contracts were always structured. I never went into a final season of a contract without redoing that. I'll say the majority of my stress came twice during training camp. We were going through a contract negotiation. So you're going out to training camp practice thinking, man, we just turned down money that could create generational wealth for me and my family. And if I go get hurt today, that might be all out the window. So I understand why some of these guys, you know, they don't play in preseason games, or they might not practice a whole lot during training camp, especially when a contract negotiation is going on. But I didn't take it lightly that there were so many guys each and every day they were going out to practice wondering, you know, am I going to get the call after this practice to turn in my playbook? So even though I was never in a position to be cut during training camp, you know, I felt for so many of those guys that were in a position each and every day where they weren't sure if they were coming back.
Now, while I say you've never been in that position, imagine an unnamed alumni for the University of Leauville who I'd prefer you did not even use by name because I don't want you making news and I don't want to make news myself. But imagine the quarterback level alumni who's still going out there and practicing versus holding out. Like, could you imagine being in a position like that?
No, I can't. And, you know, you're talking hundreds of millions of dollars. And now with this new CBA, you know, these rookie quarterbacks, you know, he was a first-round draft pick, but, you know, he was drafted 32nd overall. The majority of his money, most of the money that he's going to make throughout his career will come on this next contract. And you're going out to practice each and every day wondering if that's coming. And, you know, I definitely feel for him. I'm sure it's a stressful time. He always just seems so cool, calm, and collected no matter what the situation is. I'd imagine he's not letting it weigh on him too much, but it'd be impossible to ignore the fact that, you know, behind the scenes, people are negotiating hundreds of millions of dollars on your behalf. You desperately want a deal before the season starts so you can get it out of the way. Both sides have said they don't want it to extend into the season But if I'm correct, and you guys follow this maybe a little bit more than I do, Baltimore, the last 2 times they gave out big extensions, that happened early in the regular season. So even though both sides have said they don't want it to drag into the regular season, it sure as well could.
Talking with Eric Wood here on 93.9. Last question for me in particular. Macro Louisville football. Like I said, I you get to enjoy it as a fan a little more, not going for the ESPN or ACC network. You saw maybe some Coach Satterfield offseason moves, the transfer, bolstering your roster, just all the big picture stuff. Kind of give me your general feel coming into the season of Louisville football.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited about the momentum from the recruiting trail. There's a lot of excitement around the program. You bring in Lance Taylor, you bring in McGriff, the Crime Dog. So you kind of bolster the coaching staff. You brought in some quality transfers. You get Malik Cunningham back, who, I don't think it's out of question to say, he could be a potential Heisman finalist down the road. Going into the season, probably a top 10, top 20 betting favorite to hoist that Heisman Trophy. Now, you're going to have the on-field success for that to happen. But, last year, he's 1 touchdown away from being in that 2020 club, 20 rushing touchdowns, 20 passing touchdowns. Quarterbacks that have done that, 4 out of 8 of them have won the Heisman in that season. And so you're looking at a guy that could put up some serious stats this year. There's a lot of excitement with it. You lose those close games last year and depth, a majority of that issue. So you get a little bit more depth this year. You got to play smarter in situations. You got to be better on third down and in the red zone. And then you can win maybe some of those close games this year. But you're looking at a start of the season where you don't play a ranked team until October 22nd in Pittsburgh. So you got 6 winnable games to start the year. And in these next few weeks, we'll have a good pulse on what this team's going to look like this year. But, man, it's going to be exciting if you go 5-1, 6-0 through that stretch and you host Pittsburgh here in Louisville on October 22nd. Like that I don't think we're that far away from some really fun times for Cardinal football back.
What off-season move did you like the most?
Well, I'll say this. I know some people around the Central Arkansas program, and I did a speaking engagement there this year, bringing in Tyler Hudson, that receiver, and for a couple of reasons. One, he's an absolute stud on the field, but he's a guy that could be a great leader on offense. He's a tremendous person. I'd say probably Tyler Hudson, but when you look at 2 of the guys they get back this year, in Monty Montgomery and Cottrell Clark, who missed a lot of last season with torn ACLs, if those guys go back to their all-ACC caliber level, you bring in Momo as well at linebacker. Man, there's a lot of talent on this team.
Listen, E. Wood, we could do this for hours. We could do this for days.
I'm just listening. I'm enjoying the hell out of that.
I know. I was wondering if Steve got the day off.
Yeah, no, listen. I was just sitting back. I was like, man, this is fun, man. I enjoy it. No, we appreciate you, man.
Yeah. Listen, looking forward to catching up with you at the stadium or anywhere else. And listen, I'm just going to try to hold you to this one. Once we beat Kentucky, I'm gonna want to hear it again at some point. Okay.
Kentucky in football this year. I may throw it out there for you.
Appreciate it. Enjoy yourself.
Man.
Enjoy your rest of your week, Eric.
Yep, you guys too. See you guys.
Absolutely.
Kenny Payne won those games. It's perfect, man.
He's probably like, I can't believe I did that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Eric.
He's probably.
I just dragged you into.
He's probably not. Yeah, at this point, he's probably heard that so much.
I know, and we love it so much that he just like, sorry. I'm sorry, Eric.
Especially when it's just a private call or a private video. You're just like, bro.
I know.
No, man, I was really enjoying just listening to y'all talk. I mean, I was like, I could ask something, but I didn't want to just.
He's so damn informative, isn't he?
I know so much about the game.
He knows so much.
Yeah, just. I mean, there's a reason why he come right in here, and I mean, he took over a center position for Bobby Petrino for 4 years. Like, I guess 3 years under Bobby, but like, I mean, that's not easy. Bobby's offense there's a lot to it. And to play cornerback, and for people, most people I think understand football. The center, you're essentially a quarterback.
Yeah.
You got to know everybody. You got to know what everybody's doing all the way down the line, both sides.
And you go to Buffalo, like, yeah, that's me.
And I like how you said that. Like,
I'm not saying this facetiously, but
with all due respect,
I was never in a position. The contract had to worry about it. But I saw a lot of other guys that had to worry about it.
Well, and I mean, and you're talking to a guy that he had the whole story. I mean, took a couple injuries, probably ended his career a few years early.
and just boom.
And
took
very,
off.
very proud of the transition.
That's
too.
what I'm saying. Yeah. So,
very,
I mean,
very
the
proud.
fact, and he mentioned it, go on there. You can pre-buy his book right now. And he has such a successful story of how you take that and now is doing as much or more.
ACC Network will miss him. ESPN Network will be missing out on a good one. Buffalo got a hero back. He's going to be good.
But he is an ambassador. He's an ambassador.
1,000%.
You want? Okay, I
have to take a commercial break. That was just too good. I don't want to,
because we might have a guest at the end of the show too now. So that we're gonna chat with some things going on here. So
yeah, let me just get this break.
Okay. I was gonna say we'll do a long one then.
Quick commercial break. Yep, middays with Marcus Maben on 93.9 The Ville.
You're listening to 93.9 The Ville, powered by Isaacs and Isaacs Injury Lawyers. WeWin.com.
Hi, this is Paul Rogers. I want to tell you about my good friends over at the Fitness Market. When the time came to upgrade my treadmill this summer, I knew Fitness Market was where I needed to go. Their selection of treadmills is the largest in Louisville, and they had the perfect model that fit my needs and my budget. Their delivery team did a great job installing my new treadmill, and they even hauled away my old one. When I visited their location on Plantside Drive, I was amazed at the huge selection of equipment they keep in stock. Not only treadmills, but ellipticals, exercise bikes, home gyms, and strength equipment, even electric bikes. Pat, Chris, and Sarah Wider and their team have been serving the Louisville community for over 20 years, and their Treadmill Medic company services everything they sell. I've been privileged to witness some great teams here in Louisville, and I couldn't be happier with the team at Fitness Market. So do what I did. Visit Fitness Market when you're ready to upgrade your home gym. 2 locations, Westport Road just inside the Snyder and the corner of Plantside Drive and Watterson Trail, or online, thefitnessmarket.com.
When it's time to throw your L's up,
Louisville's got it. Coming to the 50. Coming to the 40.
you know exactly where to find us.
Down the sideline to the 30. To the 30. To the 20. To the 20. One man with a shot. 5. Touchdown.
Join us Saturday. It's the season opener as the Cards travel to Syracuse. Our coverage begins at 6:30. This is your home for Louisville Cardinals football.
Right here on 93.9 The Ville.
We're in the thick of summer, and with the hottest days of the year ahead, you are about to find out how strong your cooling system is. And if you find out that it's not ready for the long summer, then call DFH Company today at 968-6222. Right now, when you buy a qualified Trane HVAC system, receive 18 months special financing. It's hard to stop a train, so call DFH 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Visit dfhcompany.com for complete program eligibility, dates, details, and restrictions. Subject to credit approval.
UPS is hiring day sort warehouse workers in our Louisville, Kentucky hub. Our warehouses are team settings where everyone truly has each other's backs, and we work together to deliver what matters to customers and communities. We're paying $20 an hour and offer great benefits, including up to $25,000 in tuition assistance. Eligibility begins the day you're hired. Shift your future, shift your team, shift your life. Visit upsjobs.com to apply. That's upsjobs.com. Make the shift, make a difference. Lou City FC is back at Lynn Family Stadium for the 2022 season.
Near the edge of a 6, and it's Brian Ownby. He knocks it in.
Averaging over 10,000 fans each match, you won't want to miss the roar of the crowd when the boys in purple take to the pitch inside the new state-of-the-art stadium. Cheer the team on in their 8th season and experience a matchday atmosphere like no other.
It's up at the feet of Lancaster, and he clattered it in.
Visit LouCity.com to view the schedule and purchase tickets for all of the games this year. That's LouCity.com.
What a difference a few months can make. Come have a beer, bourbon, or a glass of wine at Grateful Head Brewing. As weather warms up, walk on up and enjoy our patio and friendly staff as we welcome what will be one of the most exciting off seasons to basketball and football. We are proud partners of ESPN Louisville and can't wait to serve you. 2 area locations, Grateful Head Highland, Grateful Head Middletown. Online, gratefulheadbrewing.com.
Miss anything from your favorite shows? Head over to the GE Appliances Podcast Center on ESPNLouisville.com.
Baseball is here, and so is the BetRivers.com Sportsbook app, featuring same-game parlays where you can combine the excitement of different bets, all from the same game. Bet the total, spreads, player props, and more. Plus, with award-winning customer service, BetRivers.com Sportsbook app, here comes a baseball joke, is a home run. Download the BetRivers.com Sportsbook app today. It's a whole new game.
Must be 21. Must be located in Indiana. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. 1-800-994-8448.
Now that sports have officially kicked off, there's only 4 things missing from your playbook: 4 pegs. Looking for great smoked wings? 4 pegs. Looking for juicy barbecue and award-winning chili? 4 pegs. If you're just looking for some cold craft, tap, can, or bottled beer? 4 pegs. And the best part about 4 pegs is it's right around the corner at 1053 Goss Avenue in Germantown. So you better get over there fast because the word is spreading. And while you're over there, be sure to ask about their food truck and other catering services.
This is Scott Satterfield, and you're listening to the new home for all U of L athletics, 93.9 The Ville.
This is Sports Center.
Good morning. I'm Nick Valvano. The Sports Center update brought to you by Barano's Pizza. Yeah, it's that good. It's game week. Syracuse, U of L. 24-hour pregame coverage begins on the Louisville First Radio Network Friday at 8 p.m. Eric Wood just joined Middays with Marcus Maben. Talked a little bit about some of the offseason additions. First and foremost, T. Huddy.
For a couple reasons. One, he's an absolute stud on the field, but he's a guy that could be a great leader on offense. He's a tremendous person. I'd say probably Tyler Hudson, but when you look at two of the guys they get back this year, in Monty Montgomery and Cottrell Clark, who missed a lot of last season with torn ACLs, if those guys go back to their all-ACC caliber level, you bring in Momo as well at linebacker, man, there's a lot of talent on this team.
Full interview can be found on the GE Appliances Podcast Center, ESPNLouisville.com. Staying in college football, WKU Week 0 action beating Austin Peay in Ireland 38-27. The Ponies, epicenter, he's victorious this weekend in the Travers. Other news, former U of L player Terrence Williams pleading guilty for conspiracy to commit healthcare and wire fraud. Williams, 1 count of aggravated identity theft, carrying a mandatory minimum sentence of 2 years in prison. Sentencing scheduled for January. Good news, bad news for Racing over the weekend. They fall 4-0. However, Samantha DeMello called up to the national team.
If you want the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits, go to Liquor Barn. Or better yet, have Liquor Barn bring it to you. Download the Liquor Barn app, visit liquorbarn.com, or call your local Liquor Barn store to schedule your pickup or delivery to get what you need to stock the bar. If it's your birthday month, make sure to visit liquorbarn.com for the Pappy Birthday promotion, where you might win an opportunity to purchase a bottle of Pappy Van Winkle. Liquor Barn can help you bring the celebration to your cookout, tailgate, or game watch party. Liquor Barn, where Kentuckians go to celebrate life.
The real estate market has shifted with interest rates rising. So having the right real estate agent is paramount to a successful transaction. So call Josh Jarbo. Josh is a licensed realtor and the broker owner of RE/MAX Alliance. He wants to make your home buying and selling process as efficient as possible by offering a guaranteed sale program and instant offers on commercial listings. And if that wasn't enough, up to a $5,000 seller's credit by mentioning you heard it right here. And if you're looking for financing, Josh can cover that too. His new mortgage brokerage, Motto Mortgage A to Z, has licensed loan originators that can take care of all your financing needs. So don't wait any longer. Contact Josh Jarbo at 502-216-7590 or Josh Jarbo at remax.net.
Each office is independently owned and operated. NMLS number 2256125.
None, not, nothing, diddly squat, zilch, nil, not a zip. It doesn't matter how you say zero. We've got something.
All right, guys, about 45 seconds.
Great ginger taste with a brand spec and new look. The drink
Is Spiegel calling me or am I calling him? I think I have his number.
is elsewhere. Open one for yourself and you'll see a whole lot goes into zero. Ale,
okay.
100% Kentucky.
Hey guys, Nick Valvano here with great news. Militonia is back, baby, and better than ever. Both locations reopening with a new, sleek, modern look, but the same great Italian food. One of the best lunch specials in the city, all the classics, 12 to 2, available each day. And they got goodies for you all week as well. Kids eat free Monday, drink specials Tuesday through Thursday, live music too. Stop by 1600 South Hurstbourne Parkway or 1008 Commerce Boulevard in Bardstown. Go where the Valvanos go for Italian. Trust me, we know it's good, and you will too. Militoni.
This is Brian Brown, and you listen to the new home for all of U of L athletics, 93.
Thanks, guys.
The Ville.
Welcome back. It's Middays with Marcus Maben. 8150 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. People, I got to tell you, we're getting sharper. I can feel the season sharpness coming along, the intensity picking up. Please, Steve Rummage, keep us on schedule so we can take care of our sponsors and everybody can know a little bit about our programming coming up.
Yeah, well, like I said earlier, keep an ear out to Middays with Marcus Maven. Going to be hearing a few, like multiple new names here soon.
That's a good sign.
Yes. So we'll be, and if you want to advertise on Middays with Marcus Maven, give us a ring. Reach out to Steve Rummage or Marcus
We're easy
Maven.
to catch.
Yeah, and we'll get you set up. But we have 24 hours of coverage this weekend. We are the official home of the University of Louisville now. And we're going to kick it off with 24 hours of coverage starting 8 o'clock on Friday night. Going to go all the way up until 4 o'clock in the Miller Lite pregame show with Pat Jaggers and Taylor Lynch. Then at 6:30, we'll have the official U of L pregame show. Join Paul Rogers live from Syracuse. Then at 8 o'clock, we'll have play-by-play live, the game, the Paul Rogers call of Louisville-Syracuse right here. And then directly following the game, it'll be the official post-game show. And then followed by that, we'll have the Miller Lite post-game show with Mark Ennis. So plenty of stuff.
I'm going to have to sync up the radio with Paul Rogers in the game. So I have to listen.
Dude, I'm so with you.
I'm going to just have to sync it right on up.
I am so with you
if
on that.
If I had that ability to do that, that's going to be on.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. Kenny Payne conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I'm excited about football too. I'm excited. I'm excited about depth charts. I'm excited about getting to know more about Syracuse, what's coming. But like I said, there are some unknowns that we can just speculate on. But this is tangible stuff that we got out of here.
Mm-hmm.
So, Steve, I got to know your reaction, the fans' reaction, because we got a coach actually talking about the actual sport of basketball and giving you eyes behind the scenes. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, did he really just give us all of these details? Did he really just talk about exactly what's going on? And I don't know if I should be excited.
Well, the clips are. I mean, he's obviously. I mean, it's his first year, and I think he's a little more focused on what's happening there, than
actually on the court,
as much as speaking. And this was probably the first time we have gotten him just candidly in a comfortable setting, at the church, just talking to a group, and it's the first time we've really,
but it was obviously he knew this was he knew the reporters there, so
but it was pretty candid.
This wasn't like behind the scene. Actually, I'm surprised at how unfiltered he was.
I tend to agree.
So fire away, Nikki.
For me, I want to be a great passing team. Now, with that being said, when I took the job and we first started doing workouts, all I did was 4-on-0, and I would say it like this, guys, 4-on-0, the 2 corners, 2 high spaces covered. I want 8 passes to each other, 8. Then I want penetration. That's a lane touch. It can't be a simultaneous lane touch. So meaning you drive, you kick, he can't drive it to a person that caught it off the drive. He has to pass it again, he drives. 8 passes, 2 lane touches, then I don't care what you do after that. First day, 45 minutes before we did it right once. To take it to 3 weeks ago, every other play was done correctly. So to your point, we saw growth.
Is that panic, Steve? Is that I like it. I like the growth.
No, yeah.
Or does it sound more like unlearning what they did before?
Well, first off, look, everybody laughed after he said it took us 45 minutes. I'd be like, what y'all laughing about? Ain't funny. Until he tells me the second part. Like,
listen, Steve.
Ain't nothing funny.
Listen, Steve, when I first heard it, I wanted to try to single out who was the voices laughing too hard.
I'm like, wait a minute.
Listen, so much so, Steve, that I wanted to start preaching about if you have friends, if you tell your friends bad news and they laugh that hard about your bad news, get them out of your circle. because they're enjoying your failures way too much.
So I was like, whoa. But they got it right?
You're right. It's that one or two guys. It's like,
woo!
Oh, that was hilarious.
45 minutes. You're like, oh.
Hey, now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so you heard the end of it.
But once you hear, I think it's a little bit of that. I think it's a different system. I don't even want to say unlearning as far as like as a negative connotation towards Mac's system as much as it's just different.
Yep.
And I like what he says. Hey, if you do this, then go make a play. Because now we've moved.
Let me tell you what I heard in that. It hurt, don't it?
Mm-hmm.
To the kids. Listen, what I heard in that, what former basketball player
Nate
Marcus heard. Those kids went home frustrated thinking, I can't do anything right. Hey, look, he's going to cut me.
Yeah.
He's going to cut me because I couldn't do this simple drill right, and I kept screwing it up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is where the good cop, bad cop, this is where you have like a Milt Wagner in there, right?
Sure.
And Milt Wagner, y'all both walking simultaneously to like, across the street or something. And Milt says, young fella, you weren't going to get this right. Young fella, he wants you doing this at full speed. This is day one. You're not going to get it right. It's going to take some time for you to get this stuff perfect.
Yeah.
He's been doing this drill for 10 years at Kentucky. He sees everything wrong right now.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm saying. Drill work early on.
That's a good point. Yeah.
You're not doing your triple threat position. You can't put the ball on the floor that fast. You didn't even look to pass before you did this. Did you look this way? Your paint touch sucked. Your reverse pivot sucked. What is that? What is that? What are you doing? Ah! That's what early season practice is.
Yeah.
Your foot is on the, you know what I'm saying? Your foot is supposed to be 1 foot from the 3-point line. It's 2 feet from the 3-point line. Get on the line. Get on the line. Go.
Yeah. No.
It's like, whoa, coach, what the hell are you talking about? You will be perfect.
Yeah.
No, like
especially early. Yeah. I mean, it's true though.
Coaches are not going to let you do anything kind of wrong, because if we don't establish the sharpest of principles on day one, we're building a crooked pyramid. It's gonna, you hear those stories like, if the Egyptian pyramids were off by 1 centimeter, when they're trying to say aliens built it, they say if they're off by 1 centimeter at the base, it'll be a round, look like the pyramids in Mexico by the time you get to the, to build it. So in the foundation, he's like, no, every inch, every single pivot matters. So
because players can't teach players right now either, or couldn't early.
Yep.
Whereas now, like, okay, for instance, Fabio's coming into a group that can kind of teach him a little bit more than they could at the time.
6 weeks ahead.
Those first guys couldn't, so it wasn't, hey man, Sydney grabbing this guy or El grabbing this guy.
All of us.
We all trying to figure this out together.
This from the coach. What do I have on the line, Nikki?
Nate,
thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away.
All right. You play that back right now with everybody laughing. Mike Lindsay was definitely in there because I heard his goofy little laugh. I've heard him laugh enough on the radio. I know Mike Lindsay was in that crowd. I heard him laughing. But look, I'm gonna tell you right now, truth hurts. Okay, sometimes the truth is funny. You know what I mean? And
it is.
I like the fact that he come right out and he
Mark Spiegel too.
Took 45 minutes to do something I explained 37 times. Okay? And now that they're getting it, I'm good with it. But like I said, the truth hurts sometimes, fellas.
Listen, Nate.
I'm glad we're going in the right direction.
Nate, appreciate the call. Yeah, but like I said, that was going to be the truth regardless.
Yeah.
No matter how high their basketball IQ was, if you're not all seniors has been doing this before,
right?
It doesn't matter. Like the smartest point guard, you could have had Christian Cunningham and Carleek in here. They would have still been doing
But you're happy to hear the growth. That was the biggest. That was the biggest point.
Speaking of growth, one of these new activities,
Some big times around here,
are growing at an exponential pace. We have another special guest.
Yeah, 502 Circle launched.
502 Circle, Mark Spiegel. Thanks for joining us on 93.9.
Hey guys, I figure I had to join today's launch day. You all were there on the first day. You were the first call, 3 months ago? So
yeah,
so had to repeat everything.
So can we consider ourselves 502 Circle day ones?
You're in there. You're in the circle.
Okay. So launch day. Here's the thing. We keep hearing 502 Circle. You are the best at explaining exactly what the goal is, kind of the ins and outs of it. I want to kind of just say, hey, let's reset everything. Tell everybody exactly what it is. Like I say, I think our fan base needs to hear it over and over again to kind of get a good, solid, general base understanding. 502 Circle, take it away.
Yeah, I need some. Like my wife will say, I need to hear things 8 times before I get it anyway. So, but yeah, so the circle is a vehicle to allow fans and people in the community, people who have an affinity for U of L to financially get involved and participate in NIL deals for the student athletes. It also, what we've done is create a digital gateway for businesses to actually create and facilitate those deals directly with the student athletes. And on the other side of the equation, allows the athletes to have a digital presence and be communicated to, and also a flow of funds for the NIL deals will go directly to them as they set up their banking information on their profile. So things are going well. I was up at 12:01 this morning when we turned everything on, and it took us, I think, 15 or 20 minutes to get the first member, and we've gotten many more since. So it's an exciting day. I feel like we're watching it's like watching a machine. Every minute or two, there's another one added. So it's a good day.
Okay, well, there are people listening right now, and they're on 10 level of excitement. I mean, we talked about depth charts. We talked about Kenny Payne getting his guys into shape. People right now are itching to, if not join, at least know exactly what it takes to join. How can people join at this second?
Yeah, so first I need Kenny to get me in shape. I don't even know if I could complete a wind sprint, but if you go to 502circle.com, click memberships, it's pretty self-explanatory from there. There's 5 different levels of membership, or you can do a one-time contribution if that's the route you want to take. But I remember on your show, I said, hey, we want to do this and make it really quick and easy. I had somebody send me a message at 3:00 this morning to say it took them 23 seconds from the moment they clicked the first button to when they completed their membership. So we've made it pretty quick and easy.
Anxiety. I always have to ask because, in any big launch, it's like I get nervous before any show, especially a big show. Was there like anxious moment, or are you going through that anxious moment right now, just looking at at seeing what your participation is?
Yeah, I'm excited. I don't want to. Anxious may not be the right word, but obviously we hoped that everything would work when people click a button. We hoped that it would do what it was supposed to do, and it has. But I'm pumped. It's game week. I'm headed up to Syracuse for the game, and just really pumped to be a U of L fan and part of the community, and want everybody to be part of the circle.
Talking with Mark Spiegel of the 502 Circle. Okay, so moving forward, is there like what I'm asking is there anything that you haven't done with the 502 Circle that you think is going to be like the next rollout? Like, 5 months from now, 6 months from now, is there something you're planning to add, or right now just kind of seeing where it goes?
So you want me to give you all my secrets?
You know what? You're absolutely right. That was a terrible question. That was
no, but
just give us the playbook.
Your question. We're going to constantly evolve and release new features, new feature sets, new amenities. It has our merchandise store on there, so I'd encourage people to jump on there. The proceeds from that obviously go to fund NIL activities, and our designers have done a really good job creating a super cool logo, and we'll constantly add to the store. But yeah, that we'll be adding things, making announcements, adding new features, and obviously doing some really cool things along the way. So it's never going to stop.
Hey, Mark, Steve Rummage here. I have gotten at least 5 tweets or DMs asking about the tokens. So since I have you on here, I know there are a lot of people listening that are just curious about the tokens when you look at the different packages that you can get. Obviously, the red, white, black, the different things you can go as high as you want. Could you kind of explain that just a little bit for those listening?
Yeah, that obviously means we need to do a better job of explaining it on the site. But yeah, so 502 Circle is partnered with a company called FanJolt. So FanJolt is backed. Richard Branson, obviously from Virgin, is a major financial backer, but it is a platform that allows for video communication, two-way video communication. A number, I equate it. A lot of people are familiar with Cameo. I say it's kind of like Cameo on steroids. It's the next generation for that. But what tokens are the digital currency on the FanJolt platform. And so people who will tune in, you'll have student athletes be part of chats on there. We may, knock on wood, we may have some of our board members do some really cool things on there, as well as some other celebrities. But those tokens are what are basically money. So the fans who tune in will be able to, they call it tip or give. They'll be able to monetize, and those student athletes will be able to monetize those video sessions, which is really cool. It's something that's around. You look at Rafa Nadal, Aaron Judge, Pat Mahomes. These are all people who are using this platform right now, and we're really honored to be one of, if not the first, collective and college program to get full access to this.
Very cool. Talking with Mark Spiegel of 502 Circle. One of my last questions. Being that this is all still centered around our college sports, you said you're headed up to Syracuse. Give me your ideal scenario. You don't have to necessarily give a prediction, but what are you looking forward to the most for your trip to Syracuse?
I'm excited. I'm excited to go there. I'm glad this game is in early September and not November. But, I'll give a prediction. I'm going to say 38-21. I think we'll come out, and I think we're going to perform. I'm excited about the football season. I think there's a lot of listening a little bit to what Eric Wood was saying. I think this team is closer to being a really good team than a lot of people think. And I feel it's going to be great to be back in a stadium. It feels like it's been too long. So I'm just stoked to get it going and ready for a fun season. I've obviously been keeping tabs on. I watched one of the volleyball games the other day, and I know a lot of the other sports are already performing well with field hockey. So I'm just glad sports are back.
Okay, give that shout out, give that site one more time before we get you out of here.
502circle.com.
That's simple
as that.
He's worked hard to make it streamlined as straight as possible. Mark, anytime you're in town, come into the studio. Anytime you just feel like calling in and talking about some of the new, releases or release dates, and just listen. Make this your second home on the radio.
Appreciate it, guys. Thanks for all you do.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
that was
man.
Mark Spiegel, 502 Circle. We're getting it done.
Very easy too. I was on there today. Very simple, man. You can go on there. You just add the package. You can do a one-time contribution. They have multiple packages starting at $10. You can do $10 a month, or you can pay it annually. And listen, it just in high school. I will say this. One thing I always say when you go to a high school, when I talk to somebody, or like now I'm the old guy. When I talk to a kid, and if it's like, I hate school. Are you involved? No. Why don't you go to school? Okay. Well, then you don't.
Yep.
You don't feel a part of school. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to play sports because not everybody can play sports. Not everybody can do this. Not everybody can. I couldn't have made the
school spirit,
the academic team, right? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But like, whatever. Okay, but this, you're going to feel, even if you've been a fan your whole life, if you do $10 a month, you're going to feel a part of it.
Your experience. Look, I said it. Your experience is going to make you feel more connected to the athlete.
Yeah, and listen, don't go to Starbucks. One time,
and
$10 a month. Well, and obviously, there's people who can do more than that. You can do 30, 75, and we're going to sign up, and because I think I can love the program.
I think I can handle this too.
And I'm going to do a couple one-time contributions a year. But
I'm going to have to limit myself for one-time contributions because after every game.
Yeah, listen. Every time they win,
if
Charity's like, we're missing $1,000. You beat Syracuse.
if Satterfield before the Florida State game,
yeah, listen. What do you want me to say, baby? What do you want me to say?
I'm sorry.
I'm on the field.
Look, I had a
the fourth
cocktail.
quarter.
Look, I had a little cocktail. I had a little fun.
Because as far as I know, I guess I'm going to be able to go back on the field in the fourth quarter now. Hopefully, Nick, I can at least go that.
We'll allow it.
But yeah, listen, I go down there. They score a game-winning touchdown. It's untelling what I'm going to give. So, but it really is. I checked it out. Super easy. So,
okay. So here's the thing, Steve. There's one last conversation we got to have. One last quick one.
Okay.
The entertainment, or I'm sorry, the candidness of the Kenny Payne weekend.
Oh, it was, man.
There's one that made me cringe. It made me cringe because I knew if somebody doesn't want to understand the context, they don't understand the context.
Mm-hmm.
But if they do, thank you, coach. Thank you for your honesty.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know it's my job to make sure people understand the context of it and not let people run with fake narratives or crappy stuff. Like, it's my job. I'm the gatekeeper.
We're only two men.
We're two great men.
Two great men.
Hey.
Yes, because your contributions to the University of Louisville are so much.
He's been here 3 months. So speaking of
I'm
contributions,
kidding. Nick's throwing up L's and pictures and stuff now. So we are.
Speaking of great contributions,
No, I hear him get snarky when he gets on there from 3 to 6 every once in a while. Though.
Nikki, give me that sound of the hatred. Speaking of contributions,
One of the things that I've been surprised about is how many people across the country have interest in us. But with that comes something that I wasn't prepared for, and that was the hatred. I wasn't prepared for universities to say, Louisville's going on probation. Why would you ever go there? To deter these kids from listening, and especially from people that I've helped in the past. And it's a lesson for me.
Pause it, Nikki.
And
I cringed at first because you're not allowed to say you're not prepared for anything. You're not allowed to be that honest. You're not allowed to say there's one thing that caught me off guard.
Because you do find it funny, the same people that are like, I don't want to hire a first-time head coach. I can't believe he's caught off guard by something. Well, he's a first-time head coach. I don't. But yeah.
And listen, and then when he elaborated, I'm like, thank you, coach.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for saying, really, especially because, again, if I say, damn, I can't believe y'all hating that hard, like, why are you surprised, Marcus? It's like, because I don't live my life based on expecting to be hated on too bad, So yes, anytime people don't even know what's going on at Louisville, just start hating them, catch me off guard. But you clarify and say, especially people who I've helped in the past. Keep going.
And as I've taken this job, and I hate to say this, my relationships with certain people that have been in my life for 30, 40 years has changed. And that hurts me. It hurts me. But as I say, me sitting here as God, I haven't dwelled in it, but it's something that I have to deal with daily.
30-year relationships. That can catch anybody off guard.
Yeah.
Steve, 30 years from now, you better not be sabotaging me.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
Fun show. Going to be a fun week. As always, 8150-939 is the number. 3831-939 is the text line. YouTube show always made.
Texter wants to know if they need to save us a table for the coach show tomorrow in Springhurst.
Middays with Marcus
Save us a table.
On 939 The Ville.